So yeah, like I said, I think it was just before 5. I think there was supposed to be like a lecture in the drawing room. Yes. But I was trying to think where we're going wrong with a bunch of stuff. We know we've ticked a lot of people off the list. All these little ticks mean we've done a hypothesis about them, right? And it means they're either not going or they've got a magic charm if they do go to the seance. But we still have Miss Montavani, who we know has to go to the seance. She's running the show. What was his name? Cathal, wasn't it? Cathal O'Meara. We haven't done his thing yet. Neither Quarantine. I kept thinking Caroline Quinn, but no, that she's an actress and comedian, isn't she? Fear. We know how we're supposed to do that. We just don't have the ingredients, which is really frustrating to me. Miss Barbosa doesn't have a tick, but also doesn't have an exclamation point. So I think we're done with her? I don't know. Blake has to go, but we also have a exclamation for him. Ticks, 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 ticks. Rory Callahan. Now, I was thinking about it. We haven't done a hypothesis thing for him. And if anybody has ingredients for the well, it has to be him. So is there something we can do to push to actually get him to help? I don't know. Don't take the cookie. That's John's secret, keeping you here forever. Yes, yeah, you need to reject the cookies, right? What's another 360 months? I don't know. What is 360 months? That's what? A long time. Another 60 years. Right, no, 30 years wouldn't be yet. Anyway, brain. I don't need to do maths on a Friday, right? Anyway, so yes. And then we haven't spoken to the child yet because they're locked in the residence. We need to get the key at 8 o'clock. So, timetable. Who's in this drawing room meeting thing? You're in the bar, you're in the drawing room, front courtyard, drawing room, drawing room, drawing room, drawing room. Kitchen, bar, drawing room. You're the speaker. So Rory is going to be in the bar afterwards. So we can maybe sort some stuff afterwards with him. Yeah. End of the day. Grand Seance is at 9, yeah. She's going to spend the seance in the maze. Why? She has a magic charm to mean she doesn't. She was going to be attending, but she had... Interesting. You're going to be in the manager's office. Makes sense. Coventry should be up there, because we've not struck him off the list. Hedge maze. Why are you going to be in hedge maze? Wait, is the seance taking place in the hedge maze? I thought it was taking place in the... Oh, okay. Come to this. It's taking place in the maze. So you shouldn't be going. We've already struck you off the list. Okay. Okay. Right. So. We're going to go to this lecture. Nothing more. Mr. Coventry is our lead suspect. And we're fairly sure he's the problem. He might well be the one who's abducted Miss Dean. But we do need to track down Rory. Like I said, I think he's our best bet at...
Well,
and he's in here. Good.
This
okay.
is quite the turnout. The Marquess himself has come. Well...
Oh, sorry, I've got to push buttons, don't I? You carry on talking, mate.
I hadn't expected anyone to take much
we got flashing
interest
lights
in the area.
I'm not quite sure why there was flashing lights, but apparently there are.
I suppose I should start by introducing myself. My name is Simon Coventry. I'm going to share some interesting facts about this part of Ireland that I picked up while researching for this trip.
Stay and listen. It's going to be half an hour in here. Okay, then.
So, I'm sure you all know, this land came into the Blake family in the 1650s after Cromwell's invasion. What I found interesting was what came before. This land was a place of worship and innovation, a gathering spot for scholars and engineers and artists to work on understanding and advancement, the betterment of their people. Easy pickings for Edward Blake. No doubt he and Cromwell cared very little for any knowledge held by primitive pagans. I couldn't find anything that spoke to what happened at the work from that site. Presumably, it was set ablaze. One has to assume not everyone was put to death by Cromwell's forces. I suspect many surrounding families have stories and knowledge passed down from that time and those people. Why, given his background, perhaps our very own Dr. Callahan is linked to that place.
You flatter me, sir.
Perhaps those survivors are the reason that Connacht is home to all manner of wonderful myths and sacred sites. Rachroin and Owenaga Cave, Queen Maeve and her cattle raids, the Children of Lear. All fascinating stories, but too long to get into here.
Also, I have to apologise to any native Irish speakers or anyone from Ireland for the amount of butchering I have done on certain names and places in this game.
Certainly worth a read in the very well stocked library here, if you find yourself bored. Not that I can see that happening with the seance only hours away.
Does anything of the pre-Christian site still exist?
Oh, I don't think so, I'm afraid. From what I can gather, it was all razed to make way for the castle and its estate.
I read one monk's account that what was here before was partially underground.
You've done your homework, Father. Yes, some accounts do suggest that, though none of the maps I've studied show anything useful. Marquess?
There are some sinkholes on the far reaches of the grounds, where caverns beneath the old settlements collapsed in. I do not know whether those collapses are the result of time, or if they were manually closed. I suppose it matters not either way. Nothing else remains.
Well, there you go, Father.
Right, so Father Sinnott's going to go and do some spelunking then.
Nothing else to share. Probably quite mundane in the face of everything, but nothing wrong with a break in the face of madness.
Alright, let's go corner the good doctor. He's probably got his camera out again, hasn't he? They're always playing with his camera. Oh no, he's tucked himself in the corner there. Alright. Nope, he has his camera. Right. There's got to be something else we can do to maybe trigger a hypothesis. I think we just burn through all his dialogue. It's got to be that, because I don't think there's anything else. Let's do like the observation things, like raw hands, maybe. Forgive me for asking, but are your hands okay? Oh, ha, yes, they are. I work with chemicals, carbolic acid and sterilized wounds, and various others to develop pictures. It has left my hands looking worse for wear, though. Alright, not that. Let's start with Milesians, then. Do you know of the Milesians? Know of them? I am one, Mr. Ward. As you are, as are you, presumably. They are a race of men who came here and wrestled the right to settle from the gods. I do love the country, but some days I wish our ancestors had sailed to somewhere warmer. Nothing useful. What can you tell me of Kalesh? Anne Kalesh. Oh, as she's sometimes unfavorably called, the Winter Hag. Her time is upon us. She rules from Samhain to Ballantyne. Samhain, being commonly known as Halloween, Beltane is May 1st and is ruled by Breath. She ushers in cold and dark and wet. She guides the old and sick to the other world. Then, come May, she is gone again to rest. Right. No dings. We need a ding. Let's do strange occurrences, maybe. Have you had anything unexplainable happen to you while you've been staying here? Calling anything unexplainable might be a point of contention, but I won't pretend nothing comes to mind when you ask. Unless someone is putting them there, which would be unsettling. I keep finding the bones of small animals under the rug in my room. Okay, maybe that's it. We need to pop into his room and have a look under his rug. Not many, but more than I can comfortably account for. Okay, that could be a triggering lead. Alright, Crow Woman. It's, the Raven Queen, isn't it? Can you tell me much about Morrigan? The Phantom Queen. Look, Mr. Ward, it's important to note that we have 3 sources for all of this. The writings of the Catholic monks, so an agenda has been acknowledged there. The second are the followers who believe that to have encounters with those entities. Again, those have with an agenda. And the third? Pure fiction, entertainment inspired by the first two sources, but the problem is they all become intertwined, and all are as true and false as one another. So take everything you hear with that in mind. So, the Morrigan, a powerful goddess and war witch who can strike fear into the hearts of her foes and bolster the courage of those by her side. Many a war was won or lost based on her favor, and that's how she is often painted, a war goddess. But she is more than that. She is a triple goddess, so when all aspects are viewed together, a softer image comes up. Protector goddess? A fierce one, yes, but a protector nonetheless. Still nothing. Hauntings. Heard talk about this manor being haunted? Have you encountered anything of the sort? I have, yes. It's the crying in the hallways that bothers me the most. That and the damp patches in the wallpaper. That I would attribute to just this being an old building, except the patches seem to move. Alright.
I have to be on my way. Be well, Mr. Ward.
There's got to be something else in his room then. Let's go poke around under his floorboards. Because we know he's in here. So, Rory's room was upstairs, obviously, because most of the rooms were upstairs, apart from the staff. Upstairs, down the left-hand corridor, that side. See, I've got a good bearing on where everybody is now after however many hours in this game. I think I'm at like 25, 30 hours at this point. I don't know what a normal playthrough is. Right, that was Mr. Dupree. There's Callahan's. Right, under his rug. Maybe there's more kind of etching type things. Here we go. There are no bones here. I wonder if the doctor is really seeing things, or perhaps they are not for my eyes. Okay. Also, his spare camera is here. But aside from that, I think we've prodded everything, haven't we? We've not got any other. I guess the newspaper is the only other thing. We looked at all the photos. Chemicals, bottles, stationery, to the record. Checked his book. There's definitely nothing underneath. God damn it, what is the trigger? What the hell is it? I really must have missed something, but I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be. His camera. We looked at the other camera he has with him constantly as well. Fine, we'll check the paper. That's the only other thing in this room. Article of staff shortages in hospitals. If we were to bring up his thing, investigate, find correspondence. What correspondence? I mean, that correspondence is letters, and I think we've found every letter in here, but, like, what else? What the hell are we missing? Investigate room 9. Yes, the preparations are still going on. Right, room 9 was next door, right? I think room 9 was next door. Maybe this is something under her rug? No. And we've definitely checked everything in this room. Like, literally everything. Every dress, bit of clothing, pair of shoes. Like, you can always tell, because if it hasn't... it's going to take a minute to look at this thing next to it. It means... nothing here, because we've already taken the note out and done that. Clothes, headache salve... Check the journal, yeah. Under the bed. I think under a pillow. Research notes we've looked at. Letters we've looked at. Nothing in there. Newspapers. Journals. Yeah, there is, like... why is it still showing as... there's something else in here we haven't... Right. Highlight detective vision time. Anything untoward. Obvious. Checked. Those are just similar colour, but no. There is nothing. Nope. Okay, what the hell have I missed? Because it's definitely saying in Fafia's room. It's mostly because of this. There's this prompt here. Current focus, investigate room 9, which this is this room. Find more components. The find more components is to do with, you know, fixing the well. But because this says investigate room 9, and like, it's the only thing I can think of. Like, there is another letter hidden here, and this is relating back to her nephew? I think he's supposed to be a nephew, isn't he? It says find correspondence. We've already found several letters, but apparently there's others. Because I think everybody else, obviously, there's nothing popping up in this corner because obviously we've dealt with everything for her. Similarly, conclusion, all done. Yeah, so nothing in this top corner. Montavani. Investigate room 5. Okay, so we have a ping still for her. Cathal. Investigate room 16. Profile Miss Quinn. Wait, I've never profiled her? Find the body of water. Okay. Well, that's the thing I can maybe do then. But he should be all resolved now, so there shouldn't be anything still outstanding for him. Yeah, nothing outstanding. You're missing. Mr. Toussaint. Yeah, nothing. Here, Callahan, as it says. 5 more components. Erickson. Nothing. Barbosa. Learn Shay's real name. Now that was to do with having to go through records in the library, potentially. All resolved. This is going to be investigate the residence, probably. Pings up. Profile the mark. I have profiled the Marquis. Investigate the Blake residence. Attend the silent dinner. I definitely stared him down and got... Okay, so maybe... Even when we've done all the things? Mr. Scarrett. Nothing left. You're all resolved as well. And there's probably a bunch of stuff because we've never met the kids yet. Investigate the Blake residence, profile Master Blake. Yeah. Okay. How the hell are we going to get whatever hypothesis thing from Rory? I mean, we did check both cameras. There's no difference between the cameras, is there? I think this is just merely a bug. Like, I think he only has the one camera, but clearly there's one in this room and one always with him. So I guess we just try all his dialogue bits, and then whilst we're in the room, I think Miss Quinn and Lord Blake were both there as well, so I guess we stare at them and see if there is more profiling we've not done. Yeah. You're here. The Marquis here as well. Right. Looked at your camera. Is there something else?
Mr. Ward.
Right, literally is just the device and the seance. What do you make of the odd device? Now, that is a thing I've been studying. The reading that I've been growing as they draw nearer to the seance. The veil is thinning, maybe. For what? I wonder what I would have expected steadily grow. One that only peaked on the 31st. No, this has climbed by ones and twos. My theory is that increases are linked to the guests' arrivals. I should note, it finally filled the night you arrived. See, yeah, I didn't think it would do anything. Right. Can't help but wonder what a man of science such as yourself would want from an event like this. Not that long ago, people mistook chemistry for magic. Yada, yada, yada. We're just waiting for the thing to ping, because, like, the seance and the machine really don't they are just fluff. That is literally every bit, and unless there's, like, something I can get you to talk about. Maybe I can get you to talk about your aunt? What can you tell me about Miss Callahan? Fia is my aunt on my father's side. She's been teaching me the old ways for almost as long as I can remember. Wasn't the only one of her nieces and nephews who she gave instructions to, of course, but I was the best at it. The determination to follow it. Been warding thresholds, scrying in wells, and charming works tools since I could read and write. I've been her apprentice nearly all my life. She's a very talented woman. The right full place of honor, the community, the Bendwara. Stubborn as a mule and occasionally hot-headed, to be sure. But we can't all be virtue, I suppose. Right. We have a discussion point for Mary Blake. Alright. Mary Blake. Did you ever meet the Marchioness? No, I was away for most of her time here, and when I wasn't, well, I don't really move in those circles. Perhaps if I'd been back, I'd have delivered the boy. Not sure who did in the end. I mainly knew of her through her work in the Blake Foundation. I was especially impressed with her efforts to raise literacy rates in the region. She seemed a good sort. She and her foundation are greatly missed, no doubt. That didn't help any. Evelyn Dean, then, I guess? You met Miss Dean? I know her, yes. She's a gifted practitioner by all accounts. She's a bit full of herself, don't you think? I think she could stand to be taken down a peg or two. No ping. We've got 15 minutes left. Alright.
I have to be on my way. Be well.
Alright. Let's double check we've done all the profiling we can. All observations made. Yes. We've definitely done talking to him as much as possible. I guess we could talk to him about his... Oh, the recluse. Actually, that's different. Walter Blake does not like the company of strangers. That is a new one. Okay. Your son, Walter, he keeps to himself. He is not best suited to life in the hotel, but our private residence is large enough that he is never forced to face that reality. Would he have been different had the accident not happened? His mother was certainly more social than I. Perhaps he would have learned some of that from her. Okay, no help there. I guess we ask about his kid? I've not yet had the pleasure of meeting your son, nor will you. With respect, sir, I do not think this event is suitable for him. Too many strange ideas for his young mind. It is bad enough that I have strayed down this path. If my wildest dreams come true and I see my wife, then I will be fit to deal with whatever that does to me. But he is just a boy. I fear what seeing her like that might do to him. Or not seeing her, too. That, too, would be hard on him. I will do anything to protect the boy, so I have ordered him to stay in our residence until the whole ordeal is over. Guess we get pinged on Miss Dean, but no, he already said he hadn't invited her. How the fuck do we push this along?
If you'll excuse me.
Of course.
Alright. Last person that apparently has missing profile stuff on. All observations made. Yes, so we had definitely done that.
Hello, Mr. Ward.
Alright, talky bits. what are we? 13 minutes to go, and there's 8 there. Well, I guess we'll do the personal stuff, the scars and such. Forgive me, miss, but I can't... But can I ask, how did you end up with the injuries you sustained? Ah, how do I... Is it enough to say, I have terrible luck? But there is some luck, I suppose, in the fact that I have only been scarred and it hasn't yet killed me yet. You talk like there's something after you? It does look that way, Mr. Ward. The brooch. It's quite the striking brooch you have. My sister gave it to me as a keepsake when I set off. A good luck charm, she called it. I hope that she is right. Let's go with the, considering, like, bad luck follows you around, let's do the strange occurrences. You notice anything strange? We're in a haunted house, sir. Of course, it is strange goings on. For example, last night when I was dressing for bed, I noticed that a panel in the wallpaper of my room is falling down. This morning, it simply wasn't anymore. It was the same wallpaper, but it looked as if someone had fixed it. Not the most spine-chilling of events, but inexplicable, and something I might have found unsettling a lifetime ago. The washerwoman? You spotted a woman washing clothes in any strange places? I've seen her, yes. Been nigh. A spirit of warning. Whoever's clothes she was washing is fated to die. Do not know if it is preventable. But just in case, I've been trying to figure out whose clothes I saw her wash. I have no luck. In my defense, I have been largely preoccupied with saving my own first and foremost. Alright, the scrying then? Do you know of the well scrying? It's an Irish tradition. Gazing into the well and asking for answers. Doesn't seem to have transferred to England and look like you might expect most secular spiritual practice. It might be that it only works, at least as it's known, in Ireland, I wonder. I've arranged a session with Miss Callahan. I want to check out on family. I think that's what she's doing in the from 6 till 7. Alright then. Hauntings? There really isn't anything else. Talking about people. Is there a close connection with anybody? I've already spoken about Dean. I've analysed her. Yeah, okay. Hauntings. Might be strange, but we've had some improbable encounters around the manor. Do you happen to have seen anything unnatural yourself? If you mean the ghosts, then yes, I've seen them. This whole house has death strewn about it in this, with the same regularity as furniture. You're not used to such tangible supernatural presence, are you? Are you? In my own way, as such, I'll commend you on your bravery. For first supernatural experience is quite the introduction. Ghosts are very vivid. Nobody I know, though, not that I've seen. They're probably the poor souls who have died here. Right, that's still not helpful. And the device and the seance itself aren't going to be relevant. So what the hell are we missing?
I'll leave you be.
7 minutes. How the fuck? Like, I genuinely think, like, we got ingredients from her, so it's gotta be him that has the other ingredients, plus being scientist. Like, I can imagine him having, what was it, the blue metal, the cobalt, I'm guessing, or something like that. There was argon, and there was venom. I don't know why he'd have venom, but maybe as a doctor? Maybe to make an anti-venom? But I've got a feeling it's probably pushing his story along more would do it, but how we do that, I have no idea. And yeah, the device, we need to do, I think that's probably 4 more people. How many exclamation points do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Read a bunch of books. Let's just go through. Is there anything relevant? Gnosticism will take a minute. Early branch, yeah, demiurge stuff, ping, something we haven't. Right, so we've read all of those. Spiritualism. Clearly, we've covered all of that stuff as well. Tarot card saying, yeah, we've definitely covered all of that stuff, either by talking to people or just in general. Irish folklore, we've looked at a lot of this. Turnip heads, washerwoman, yeah, all of that. Veil, yes, definitely done all the Irish mythology stuff. World mythology. This is probably going to be some of the Egyptology stuff. No, just vampires. Go on then. Undead humans. Oh, it's because we read like a gothic fiction in somebody's room. The Romanian Striga. Irish abstract. It's called Dwarf for childlike proportions. Despite its anger and bloodthirst, its subjects were drawn to it as if under a spell. Yeah, nigh impossible to kill, being vulnerable only to wood from a yew tree. Even then, once killed, it needs to be buried upside down and weighed down with stones, of such a size that it would make it at least 5 good men to move it. Alright. Nothing else. We have evidence. Actually, we have evidence. Evidence is good. Evidence... actually, no, we look in our records. Discussable with. Okay, right, we really need to go through all these books. Okay, Blake Manor. The region. Ulster region. Munster. Leinster. There's some Viking involvement here. Cromwellians conquest. Okay. I think pinged. Okay, let's do every single thing, because maybe some stuff I just haven't looked at. I thought I did. Right. So we looked at the Gnosticism just then, didn't we? Celtic religious symbols. We need things to ping. That's what gives us like clues to talk to somebody about, and maybe that gets us our ping. 31st of October, you know, all that stuff. During the time spirits are appeased, blood with food. Come on, give me some pings. Sacred sites, pre-Christian pagans, stone circles. Old sites, co-opted, otherworldly spirits, superstition, yada yada yada. We did Gnosticism, no pings there. We definitely, because it was trying to figure out like what the pin badge type-in was for Mr. Skerritt or something like that. Tarot cards we've probably spoken to Miss Montavani about. Well, the typical tarot card, second sight. That's obviously to do with Ivy MacLeod. Seances in general. Ghosts. First is the ghost of remnant of a person. Similar vein, frequently cling to objects or place. Secondary, less discussed. Theory cause apparitions and manifestations of emotion or trauma. Mystics. Supernatural, otherworldly. And fetters. Asked people about. I don't think we looked up though. Alright. Checked all of those. Right. And she... Keening. We'd already... Turnips. It's kind of one of the first things we looked at, the all the jack-o'-lantern stuff, when we walked into the lobby. Elshi. Fey folk. Some are ghosts. Fey themselves. Nothing. Really, I mean, this is all fluff text. I'm waiting for something to go ping. We need the pings. The washerwoman. I think we've already looked that up. We've also asked basically everybody about it. Alright, so nothing there. All these books that like, this is all the stuff we've read at the table there, Beyond the Veil. Because we spent minutes doing this. Realise I'm taking minutes again doing it again, but in world time we took minutes. Now, like, the clock is paused as we run around and speed read all of this stuff again. Giants. Tuathadan. Fate of the Gods. They got stuck in the basement. We eventually got that the big guy wants to go back to them. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Right. So definitely nothing different there. World mythology, that was just our vampires, right? Yep. Done. Geography. We just did all of those. Archaeology. This is going to be the soul jars and such, isn't it? Canopic jars. Alright, well, this costs us a minute. Tradition says that Nectanebo, last native pharaoh of Egypt, was the greatest magician of all the pharaohs. His vase is shrouded in legend. Now it's a pile of dust in the corner of the basement. Said many adventurers and archaeologists have become obsessed with finding it throughout the history. Once it was attained, have sudden complete change of personality. Last known owner Wilhelmina Blake, Lord Bernard Blake, yada yada yada, cursed, nothing dinged. Psychology. Right, any books? Dreams. I think we've actually looked at both of these. Since dreams are mercurial, often forgotten after sleep, many people turn to lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming, we've looked at multiple times because that is necessary. You have to do your lucid dreaming thing to see stuff changing the room, don't you? I think we looked at all the science books, notably for waveforms. That was it. That was the medical code, which we've done already. We really don't need to do that again. Laudanum. Formulated from 1 part opium to 9 parts alcohol. Available in pre-mixed tinctures. Folk healing. At least 2 people noted authorities. Right, I'm not going to do that one because that is going to cost us a minute. We've only got 5 left, so I'm going to make the most of it because I know for sure we've done that. We've already done that. It's the book on the table over there. Flora and fauna. Right. White heather. White heather associated with battles and conflict. Bring good luck to anyone who carries it. Accounts of world history. Captain of the forest, free men, yada yada yada. Freed slaves. This may well actually be tied to Barbosa stuff. Settlements established by escaped Afro-Brazilian slaves. Many of settlements resident of poverty. Brazil. The Qualitum, or Angolan princess and a general who was enslaved during the Congolese War. Okay. Revolt. Naval ships handed over to rebels. Paper fleet. Cromwell, who was a bit of a bastard. Spared no quarter, going so far as to order the deaths of even those who had sheltered in churches. Carnival. Unlike Mardi Gras, Carnival is not limited to just one day, spanning January to March, with festivities culminating in Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. Vibrant floats. Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday is celebrated the day before Ash Wednesday. Masks and costumes. Alright, nothing else. Irish history. Right. The asylum. It's going to be off the back of the Magdalene laundry stuff as well, isn't it? Catholic models, Protestants. Keening. I think we'd already looked up. Yes, the Keener and all that stuff. The Great Freeze. Year of Slaughter. Tsunamis, Portugal. Great Famine. And come on. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any extra dings, are we? Standing stones. I mean, there haven't been any standing stones on the grounds here, have there? No consensus on purpose of the standing stones. However, several theories of their purpose commonly held posit the marked boundaries of territories. Or Druidic religion. Cloche Fada, Irish tongue, long forgotten. Then carvings we have looked up because we had to do that to translate the guy's stick, didn't we? Alright, that's all of that. Blake history. Percival, Mary, and Wilhelmina. Right, I guess we do these people. Do the ones that don't cost us any time first. Ghoulish tales about Edward Blake's subsequent family. Walter. There's nothing here about Walter yet. Jonathan. Current Marquess. William Blake is said to stern and ruthless. Richard Blake was considered quite the opposite. His interest kept him from the manor. And on his passing in Paris, Jonathan Blake opened the grounds of the hotel. Edward Blake was an Englishman serving Cromwell. Alright, Percival, was that the one that buried people in the walls? Became Marquess at age 24 when his father, Graham, died of old age. Ruled in the Great Freeze, Year of Slaughter, Jacobite Rising. Drowned people. Yeah, Scullery Maid went missing. Yes, this is the guy that we've already looked up this guy and got information and discovered the people buried in the walls. Mary Blake. Established Blake Foundation. We've got all of that before. And Wilhelmina. She disappeared without trace in the night then. Her passion for music. That's just because she got overtaken by the weird pot, which she hid in the piano. Alright, so yeah. Genuinely nothing off the back of all that. We've read all these books. See, Mary, Percival, and Wilhelmina, the same ones we just pulled from there. There's nothing else here. We've looked at her schedule. We've looked at... She had some writing here. Bottle of sherry. Well, fine. We're going to drink down the hour, I guess. Edward Blake looks every bit like Oliver Cromwell's bloodhound. How many innocents died so he could have his portrait? That's the way to end the hour. Alright. Still no real further ahead, are we? And time is ticking. We have... Practically, we have 2 hours to deal with the people that we still haven't resolved. How we do that, though, I have no idea. Haven't the foggiest. How do we deal with the doctor? Doctor feels like an important one. But how? Mr. Varley. I think most people are in the bar right now. Find more components. Yeah, but where? Find correspondence. How do we get to hypothesize you? Reflections don't really do much. They're just like a little final speech from those people, meaning, okay, we've dealt with it. There's a rift between them. Who or what are we releasing? Documents, items. Yeah, we've spoke to both of them about that. Screwdriver, slipper, photo. The booze. This is discussable with, but not necessary, because this was the money Evelyn gave her, and that was just led into, well, the conversation with all the staff, isn't it? I guess we haven't talked about your necklace. Maybe that's going to be a trigger for something. fine clothes, but you're more or less dealt with now. Yeah, we've done all of your stuff. Okay, well, we can't talk to him right now. He's missing. Presumed dead, I guess. Alright, so the only thing that could be anything is we talk to you about your cross. And then maybe that triggers something for Rory. I'm grasping at straws right now. Let's have a look who's in the bar. People have got to be drinking. If they're getting ready to deal with spirits, they've got to be drinking some spirits, right? Right, we've definitely done all your conversation-y bits. Please tell me there's something else for you.
Mr. Ward, what can I do for
Hello, Marg! Passing through. It's 3 in the morning. Yes, I realise it's rather up for a trip to bathroom about an hour ago. Oh, I see. You love this game. Have you played it through yourself then? In which case, we may be able to actually bug you for a clue of like how we can hypothesize about the good doctor here. Because I don't know what the trigger is. Like, we haven't... I mean...
I have to be on my...
Be well.
It's saying... What was it? It was saying about correspondence for him. Okay, so you saw me play a bit, and that's what's... how you're familiar with it. Investigate room 9, find more components. No, because that's for you. We want you. Find correspondence. Yeah, but where's the correspondence? I don't know. Okay. Let's go out to the maze. The well. We try the... Talking about her crucifix. Though I guess it isn't a crucifix, it's a Celtic cross, isn't it? I don't get it. I don't get how or why or when. You're a veteran of text adventure games from back in the 1980s. Yes. Unfortunately, unlike Zork, I don't get to stab anybody with a nasty knife. Right. I presume you're at the well, because I think we saw somebody was doing some scrying, right? Yes.
She seems a sweet girl. How old is she?
She'll be 14 in the winter.
You said that just the way my sister talks about her children, you know.
I only said she'll be 14.
It's not the words, dear, but the tone. Just the way a parent would talk about their child.
It so happens I might be the closest Alma has these days.
That's a terrible burden for someone so young.
No. It's a privilege. I hope I get to continue it.
All right.
Ah, Declan.
Yeah, we're back again. This is just how... just to keep the priests off my back. Between you and me, Declan, I don't much care for these new gods. Up on high golden thrones, packed and covered. I preferred the old gods walking and working the land side by side. Right,
Well,
that might be
take care
enough.
now.
Let's have a look. Facts. I just learned Celtic cross. Okay, so no, it didn't give us a fact about her. So it's just proving she's she's a pagan. Yeah, okay, so that's it. Did not give us anything else to help solve the mystery of Rory. Okay, what else do you have? Washerwoman, Blake, hauntings. I guess we do all 4 of these as well. There are more spirits here than any one place should have, Declan. Generosity of ghosts these past 250 years. Started with bloody wound Cromwell cut into this land and carried on through generations. Mary Blake. What can you tell me about the Marchioness? Mary, I can tell you she didn't care much for that title. We only spoke a few times. She had trouble conceiving. So she came to me under the dead of night for some alternative help. Marquess wouldn't have liked that sort of thing then. Funny how death changes us. Alright. The strange occurrences? Declan, you can't actually be asking me that. Sure, the whole place is mad. The washerwoman? Loss you've suffered, be nigh, clearly visible. There you go. Yes, nothing.
I'll let you go.
You take
Right.
care now, Declan.
Not helpful. Anything else out of you?
Mr. Ward.
I think I've done all your dialogue. Oh. Yeah, we got all the analysis. Just the device and that. I really am stuck now. What the hell do we need to fix this damn well? I need other components to do the ritual. And then I feel like that will deal with her and possibly even Rory. We're genuinely missing stuff. I don't know where and what it is, though. Any inspiration, folks? Need to find some correspondence. Where else would we find? Maybe poking through the pigeonholes behind the front desk? Now I'm starting to stretch. Feels a bit of a stretch, but I'm really coming up against it. Alright, let's just read everybody's mail that might be in any of those pigeonholes. You're no good with these types of games. I'm not too bad. But I will say there's certain things like stuff we stumbled into that we should have got at a later stage, and other like there's some weird pacing. There's obviously bits here that you can't trigger certain events until a specific time arrives. So they have done it that way. Private letter we've already looked at. Private letter we've already looked at. Private letters we've already looked at. Okay. Books, newspaper. Fine. There's a bunch of toys there. Trashy romance novels. Well, that didn't help. Newspaper. Paper from 3 years ago. Main story about the carriage accident. Random issues. Letter for Mr. Dupree, half-heartedly inquiring about the business. Letter about swirly script about Middle Eastern. Victoria Lau. Clipboard, staff rota, we'd already got. That's one of the first things we did. There's a time one on that one. Okay. That's when you play it in a few weeks' time. Some things you'll know. Yes. I'm background noise right now. I completely understand. Envelopes. Ink and envelopes. Nothing. Stationery. Newspaper. Book. More books. Nothing in the bin. Broken copper discs and that. Coal bucket. Like I said, my gut is telling me it's something to do with the doctor. We've had every line of inquiry possible with him. It says something about a correspondence. We've checked his room thoroughly, checked his aunt's room thoroughly. Other places where letters might be, pigeonholes behind the desk. Checked the entirety of the library. Yeah, I really have no ideas where and what we could poke. My voice is what has you committed to the channel. It's helping the butler. I mean, the butler always did it, but apparently it can't be any of the staff. That's one of the clues we've got for like major culprits. But anybody else tied to those two? That might give me a lead. We've got 8 of 11 facts uncovered. How do we get the last 3? Find correspondence. Where is he right now, anyway? Rory, where are you? You're currently in the bar. Just go through his room again? For like the 6th time? Richard Blake. So we also need to find a name for something. Shay? Raymond Blake, 3rd Marquess. William Blake. Let's read every letter we found in here again. So I think there's one in here, right? Letter from Fear to Rory.
Welcome.
Also, thanks for following that. Millicent, how are we? Okay, that's literally it. And then there was the screwed up piece of paper in here. Letter from Miss Dean, thanking him for his offer to tutor True Master Fear. And then we saw the torn up letter as well. Letter has been crumpled up. Research notes. Preparing a research paper this weekend. Medical notes. As a doctor, maybe there's a letter in her room. Book of poetry, not useful. Other letters, various correspondence on the topic of occult and its place inside the scientific studies. No help. Record, that's just for the lucid dreaming stuff. Where is Miss Montavani? Unknown. Hopefully not in your room, because I need to see if like there was another letter I missed in there. That's the only link. Can't hear anything. Doesn't seem like anyone is on the other side. In which case, breaking and entering again. Don't walk through your clothes, but pill bottles. No. Yeah, we already did this, didn't we? Oh no, because it was stuff. No, it wasn't. How did we do this before? No, I thought there was like crosses. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, because I was going to say, I'm sure there was that, but like trying to force it. Okay, was it? There we go. Okay, so you like these puzzles, do you? We've already been in this box, though. I'm sure we have, but I guess because it would take time if we hadn't. No, wrong button. Records. One of our notes? Documents learned. Should be a document thing, shouldn't it? Maybe? No? Observations? Montavani, don't know what they're talking to you about that. Let's do... No. It wouldn't be that. I think it has to be diamonds and crosses. maybe it's something along those lines. We diamond up, but then we can't come here and then back on to ourselves, so... No, it's not that. We saw the pattern somewhere else. I can't remember what it was. Come on, there you go. But we can't come back on ourselves along a line. We're doing all this. I've definitely been in this box before. But we need to establish where these missing correspondents are, whatever they are. No, up at that angle. There you go. This might be what you need to complete. So move forward. But yeah, like I said, I swear I've been in... No, down, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure there has to be a line through the middle as well. We do this, then okay, we could probably... No, because we needed that line across, didn't we? Fuck. Yeah. That's definitely not this. Quick, somebody look for the VOD of the first episode, which I'm pretty sure is when we did this. Yeah, it's the last line, but the problem is we can't go back on ourselves along a line. Up, thank you. And again, no help. No, because we definitely need to end at an end, so we can do straight across the middle, can't we? There we go. No, we do need a line down as well. No, down on that. For fuck's sake. No, not that angle. This. Come on. I mean, no, the other angle. The other. Thank you. And we still always stuck with that. How did I do it before? I did the cross. No. Nope. That. Why is it this downward? No, not the down. The 45 degrees. 45. Thank you. 45 degrees. It's always the same. Yeah. What the hell? Why is... It's Friday, can't you tell? Brain does not want a brain. The direction snapping is way too aggressive. It really is. I wonder if it's like because it would prefer you to be using a... I feel like even using a gamepad it would probably be terrible, right? Yeah, we have to end with the outside, so one of the corners, so we can draw this long line through the middle, don't we? You're going to go head to bed. Yes, try and get some sleep. I appreciate the lurk as well. Come on. Why is it this one of all of them? No, because then we're just drawing back down the line, which we're not allowed to do. Why am I completely blanking on this? Yeah. It's not just a bunch of triangles. We do... I think we need the line down the middle. Where the hell have we seen this symbol before? I think, like, literally, like, first episode, we came in here, we tried it a bit, and then we struggled. Then we walked away, and we did find a clue. I don't think it was in this room. I want to say it was maybe, like, the Undertaker guy. His notes or something. A postal order and a contract. No, we've looked at the contract. Wait. Okay. I think it's sending money home. We've definitely done that before. Contract signed with Mr. Varley. Overpaid. There is some stuff for the symbols. But it's trying to find the right one because we've got a lot of notes now. Tends to be either a document or an observation-y type one. It tends to be like in somebody's diary or something. You can see, there you go. Maybe it was this one. Scrap of paper. No? The old gods, correspondence with Mr. Dupree. It looks a bit like it. I mean, if we were to examine again. Requires a body of water. Whatever that means. No, because it's a wrong person. This is the cursed woman, not... cleaning recipes, so no, it's not documents. Observations. Will. Ritual markings. Letters from Montavani. Curses. Hatch door. Family letters. Ticket sigil. No, because that was to do with Mr. Dupree's trunk in the what do you call it? Hedge maids. Is it this? That's the one. Oh, okay. There you go. Can I do a square? Maybe it's the square. Okay. This is where we're going wrong. So, do. Oh, yeah. That would probably be it, wouldn't it? Okay, if we start at a corner, come around, then in square, diamond. No, that can't be it. No, because it's the verticals, yeah. Let's have a look. Come on, scooch. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, because there's dots there. No, it's just also, it says open. Like, open would be good. God damn it. What is it? Maybe you need more clue. I swear we have been in this box. I swear it. I just can't remember how we got in. Because it was several weeks ago at this point. Yeah, the points don't match on that open one, yeah. I'll come back on myself at a 45-degree angle. Fine, I won't come back on myself on a 45-degree angle. Now we're just doing the same paths over and over again, aren't we? Maybe it wasn't crosses. Is it just diamonds? No, we tried just diamonds, didn't we? We tried... Yeah. Because the dot... I think every dot needs to be connected up. So we've definitely done like a whole bunch of triangles with it like sliced down. Where did we see this before? Oh, it's been so long now. Like those threads have completely gone out of my mind, and they're probably no longer like easily track downable now. What did we get out of her in her room? Let's see. Is the box highlighted somewhere? Tear stain letter. Diagnosis. Blood and handkerchief. Contract. Do this one. Yeah, because the box isn't actually here, so maybe I didn't. I must be just like deluding myself now. Because I think the clue was the symbol on the front of it. Something matched up with that. That doesn't help any, does it? That doesn't do anything either. Because I have to go back on myself. Come on. Down! There you go. Come on, up at a 45. Thank you. $45. And then again, we're dead end ourselves. Ugh. $45? Come on, come on. Please, 45 degrees. It really doesn't want to, does it? Fine. If you insist on going over there. And again, we keep getting this incomplete corner. Where the hell did I see this symbol before? Where the hell is it? Wasn't in this room. Was it Mr. Dupree? I'm betting he's in his room. If it was even that. Can't hear anything. Doesn't seem like anybody on the other side. Letters. Artwork. All observations made, yeah. Irish mythology, which we've read several times now. That, which we've already clicked on and done. There, so it wasn't in here. Nothing under rugs, no. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Like we've hit a brick wall. To figure out. So I'm like I said, I swear I've been in that box. I can't remember what was in it. And I can't remember how we got to it either. But I don't think it's relevant to Rory. And I think he's the next key element we need. Where do we see that symbol before? Hello, Sky.
He says he's not dead.
Not been having to do server overhauls and that again, have we? All finished yesterday, so you're not had to do anything else with it. Good. Until somebody comes along and breaks it, right? I might just have to scroll through old VODs. God damn it. How did we get him before? Or at least, where did we find the clue before? Curious tattoo. It wasn't... I mean, it's similar in nature, but yeah. You got lucky on your packs. Oh, wait, does this mean you spent money on the... Was it Shadowverse? Cosmetics thing then. Was that it? Because it was a back and forth yesterday on like what you were spending your money on. Well, if they break it, you'll see if you care about starting that from the 5th of January. Yes, because like today's last day of work, isn't it? Coughed up blood, we've already dealt with. You know, she has the consumption, or something equivalent. What is this? Can my little brain not figure out what we're doing here. Yeah, we always miss one side. Because I don't think it is that shape. I'm trying to remember what it was. I saw it somewhere, but I can't for life remember where. And we've been so far around this bloody hotel now. Already wrapped up work today. You're home alone now, are you? I guess it is a Christmas movie. No. I'm not sure we're supposed to draw lines to everything. Without the image we're supposed to be making, I can't for the life of remember. Where the hell was it? There's a... Yeah, what I can recall there is... It's not filling in everything. But I can't remember where we saw the image. And it is annoying me now. Because I swear we have been in this box. But we need to find some kind of correspondence that may or may not be related to the doctor. And we know she is one of his patients. I don't think there's many other people he's connected with here. Where there might be a correspondence. Where the hell did we see... There was the Ouija board in the case. But was there something else? Maybe it was a clue there. No, because we grabbed the Ouija board out. We've done all that. Nobody else's case we can get in here. It should, shouldn't it? So we must have never gone into it. So where the hell is the clue? You're right, yeah. Like, we must not have gone into it then. I must be just imagining it. So there's got to be an image somewhere. No, because like clicking on the top, the lid just go like we just literally went to that one, because this is the same kind of puzzle. As you can see, it's got markings on top, and it says open because we have opened it. So yeah, by that rationale, we haven't been in that box yet. But where is the clue for it then? Because it has to be an image, has to be a symbol that's achievable with the as we have. It's not one of these, because so it's not always sigils. Because what was the layout on this one? So it's his tattoo, and then it was that, which is the boxy thing, which was actually it's not there, but it was on the back of the it's not there. It was on the back of the ticket stub. It was like the coat check ticket stub, and it was written on the back of it. No, that's number 12. Wrong one. The other ticket stub. The other ticket stub. Somewhere. Somewhere. There you go. So we had an image of it written down. So that's how we got into that one. So presumably there's something with a similar marking. That looks similar, but as you can see, there's only those dots there, and it comes down to something else here. Well, where is the little marking on the front of it shown up before? I really feel like we're barking on the wrong tree. This is probably something to do with Mr. Montalvani, Well, it's her room, obviously. So it's nothing to do with Rory. But he's only really connected. So yeah, we need to find something that has that symbol. Because that's probably going to give us our clue to what this thing is. Trying to imagine, like, it's probably some kind of symmetrical shape, right? If it's not going through the middle horizontal, vertically, it's got to be through the horizontal. Without the appropriate clue, we're fucked. But where the hell would we find it? Because we're taking so many tangents now. Come on, 45 degrees, thank you. Yeah. Like this dot in the middle. It has to get used somehow. Where the hell are we getting this? It's not in this room. See it on a sketch or in a journal or something. How do we do this? So somebody else we can pursue. We've got so little time. We've got an hour and 44 minutes. Because 8 o'clock, there's a dinner, and that's when we're breaking into the residence. So we have to clear you. Probably not you. You don't have a tick on you anyway, so, like, you and you, no, there's no tick, so I don't think I need to worry about protecting them from the thing. And focus on the ticks. So, exclamation, exclamation. You're going to be tied to your son, so it's going to be once we're in the residence. So, you, and you. I need to deal with in this next hour and 44 minutes. I'm fairly sure. You, it does say, find correspondence. But where? We've found every letter I could possibly conceive of. In your room, in your aunt's room. There's nothing kind of in the files for the various You did it! It was me. In the drawing room with the lead pipe. No, you prefer the poison, do you? Oh, okay. Is that so to help with the alibi and getting away with it? You can be in a whole different room or not even in the building when the poison finally kicks in. It's one of those slow-acting ones. Or is it because you want me to suffer? It's the slow poisoning, eating away from the inside out. Just some clothes. Yeah, like now we're just burning minutes. All of the above. What the hell is the shape and where would we have seen it? Fuck's sake. There's got to be a visual clue somewhere, right? Drawing random lines now. Maybe we get lucky. Seriously doubt it. Seems impossible to do without some kind of clue, doesn't it? You gotta go pick the boy up. Might check in a few hours. And I will stop. It'll probably be like 20 past 6. And we're still stuck on... We dare not push the time any further forward. Or have not found the appropriate fucking clues. You're spinning the wheel, are you? Whatever Sky's pick is. Let me find the list. So, we're up there. Where the hell are we going? Who or what are we dealing with? Like, where are we finding these damn... You're in the bar. We've done every bit of dialogue with you. It says something about correspondence. We've found every letter we could possibly find. Wait, so the $80 was not for the 200 odd packs. So how did you get the 200 odd packs if you didn't spend the $80? Montalbani is unknown. Well, she wasn't in a room. Six dragons? Okay. Are the dragons... I thought you said the packs were mostly just for cosmetics. Like, wait, you get to play as a dragon as well as the gorgeous anime waifus and husbandos. Yeah, I'm genuinely stuck, guys. What do we think we're supposed to do now? Where? We know we have a bunch of people we need to kind of tick off the list. Not as in, like, remove them as suspects or anything like that. That's a whole other thing. The exclamation points, these have always been tied to making the weird machine in the lobby go down. So all the ticks are the ones that have said, alright, I'm not going to the seance, bar a few people who are, but they're protected. They have some kind of charm. So these... 6, 7... Because these two don't have exclamation points. These 7, we need to do something with them. We know fear, it's all about cleansing the well, but we need a set of 3 more ingredients. My gut is telling me her apprentice/nephew has them. We've yet to get the whole thing where we get hypothesis. We're missing 3 facts about him. But I think the facts are mostly about removing him as a suspect. Lines of inquiry type thing. So, like, he's a pagan. We know we're looking for a Christian. His shoe size is medium, and medium is one of the shoe sizes we're after. But all of that kind of stuff. So this is the information to eliminate him as a suspect. But the whole thing of, like, getting the thing to pop for doing a hypothesis, we need to have the right clues in here. And it's saying find correspondence. But where? Mark all as seen. Okay, no, that's just the little exclamations next to them. We've done... Oh, look, it's got a little eyeball, so we've done that. We spoke to him about her. It's mostly actually just the physical clues and such. Spoke to him about that. Photo, he took that. I don't know why this is blanked out and who or what. Belial is Abysscraft. I think still potent enough as meta, but is also kind of cool. How do we get you to say something, incriminate yourself? Where do we find... What's that saying? 9 of 13 now? Is this these? 1, 2, 3. No, because there's more than 9 here. Is there? 3, 6, 9. Yeah, there's absolutely. So is it evidence pieces? Would these be classed as evidence pieces? So 1, 2. What's classed as the evidence pieces? Document, observation, item, analysis. What here is 9 of? I guess these would be discounted because they're asking questions more than anything else. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yes, there are 4 more things. There's 4 more things, presumably branching off. I mean, it was obvious it would be find correspondence. So branching off this. Direct communication with Dean regarding mentorship. I should search the manor for any further correspondence that might have been hidden away. But where? Miss Dean's room? Go back there? Where else would it be? Again, we've rinsed this room. There's not a lot in here. Why is that showing up with a minute again? We've done Okay. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. There was a note behind the picture, wasn't there? Did all the observations in the... Here, all observed, yeah. Anything else under here? Here. Scuff mark was just for moving it. I think that's classed as part of the fireplace, isn't it? Yeah, coal bucket counts. Nothing else. The detective vision literally does this. It highlights the things that are interactable. And we've done everything else in here. And we've done the same in Rory's room. Where else could these correspondence be hidden? The manager's office? Maybe? That's a fucking stretch as well. Where's Mr. Varley? I think he was in the ballroom? Yeah, so his office is empty. Where would you find letters? Where would you find correspondence if they were hidden? Like if they're hidden, they literally could be anywhere. But like, where would be the obvious things? Like in with all the other posts, pigeonholes, telegraph room. We've looked. Closest is the telegraph room. We looked through all the drawers there. Inside. Box, newspapers, desk drawers, letters regarding gramophones from Dr. Callahan. We've already looked at. Complaint letter. Overfamiliar housekeeper. Stack of letters. Various letters about guests. Open letter. Mr. Varley asking after a child. Mail to be delivered into town. Requesting supplies. Miss Dean's departure. That's the faked letter. Mid-draft. Requesting payments. Bunch of books. Newspapers. In there. Letter from supplier requesting payments. Administrative files. I've already opened this though. Shit, what was the code again? So we might have opened that box in her room. If it's asking us to do this again. That was a little easier. Where would it have been? Mr. Varley's code. 372734. Uh, 37... to 34. There's the financial records and the contract. Yeah. So yeah, we've done all those. Stuff in there. In with the books. Various books on management, accountancy, and running the hotel. Yeah. Down to an hour and 41 minutes. Where is the other correspondent? I mean, there'd be Ash and that. I feel like I'm wasting time now. Yeah, we just wasted a minute doing nothing. The only thing I think is like the locker room. We found a letter in one of the lockers, but we found a key for that. We haven't found any other locker keys. Windows, the basement's pointless as well. Where else? What else? I'm trying to tick everybody off. I guess we might not be able to. I think some people are just going to die horribly at this seance. Because we can't tick them off the list, and I don't know how we're going to do it. Which is annoying. The hell? What are we missing? See, we've only ever found one locker key, and that was just like strewn on the ground. Keys for rooms, we specifically had to kind of work our way through and such, didn't we? Darcy's one, because we went to a meal. We found it on the table, we got that, and we poked around in her room. There's not been anything else in the changing rooms. I think it'd be this letter, the torn up one, which we've already spoken about, but apparently there's other letters. There's 4 more pieces of evidence for him. What will trigger the right thing? Where can we find these hidden letters? You know what? I need a drink. That's another minute gone. Yeah, because we checked his room as well. The pictures, we found something hidden behind a picture before, didn't we? In Evelyn Dean's room. But it was kind of obvious. It was like poking out the edge. We've looked around. Nothing was poking out. drawing room. He has spent a reasonable amount of time there. Very little in here that's interactable. Clean since use, yeah, because I think it's been used for the kind of lectures, right?
Signor what?
Contract, timetable. Alright, we'll burn down the clock. Contract. Forgive me if it's impolite to ask, but I am right in thinking that events such as this one must pay quite well. Is it impolite? I suppose it may be. So you and I, senor, we will keep it secret. It does pay well, very well, better than I have hosted before. In fact, I did not come here for the weather alone. I think Marquis Blake was very anxious for it to happen, you see. The scrying. I gather Miss Callahan has learned a way to use the well water to see over the great distances. Yes, and she makes it look easy, does it she not? The only intention she was able to guide me to see my familia. I think she has to keep such a wonder secret so men in frocks do not take her to the flames. So many of your people have lost loved ones to the Americas because of your famine. Imagine they could stay in touch. Her illness. You look tired, Miss Montevani. There's a lot of strange energy in this place. Family. Yes, a big one. More uncles, aunts, cousins, nieces, nephews than you can count. They bring on so many farmlands day in and day out. I miss them. Postal order, family provider. Oh, we can do a hypothesis for her. At least we can do something. Make our hypothesis. Though a good thing would be here is 17 to 20. So we don't need all the pieces to make a hypothesis, but clearly we need key ones. Okay. Miss Montevani's goal is to provide the money. Despite it killing her, she wants to... That's going to be provide for her family. Communications, health, fitness, science, magic, sick. Family, there you go. Its goal is to conduct the Séance. Sure, I saw Séance. Despite it killing her, she wants to provide for her family. Yep, that seems about right.
Miss Montevani is ill. Clearly her work is taking its toll. Another seance might be too much for her body to handle. I should find and confront...
Alright. Confrontation time.
Signor...
It is not just those of us speaking to ghosts who are uncovering secrets, is it, Signor? I have had time to consider, to decide. This is not where I wanted to spend my last days, but at least this way, my death will have use. The last I've spent on this grand séance. It will be something to be remembered. And this contract will serve my family well. It is not perfect, but few things are. Senor Ward, I have a favor I must ask of you.
What's in the box?
Senor Ward, I believe you to be a good man. I will not survive this seance. Even if I hadn't already known it for myself. I have seen it in my cards. I have resigned myself to this. I have reason for seeing this seance through. My family. I left when I was young. When I realized this gift gave me a way out. And what a life he has given me. I have performed in the old world and the new. Every kind of party I have been to. I even read for Queen Victoria. And through her granddaughter, I performed a seance for the Tsar and his mad monk. I could not have asked for more. But I do not have much left. All I earned, I spent. I could always earn more. But the time for that is at its end. I want to give something. Some fraction of the comfort I have had. This event. It pays well. Too much even. But at a time when I needed much. But now I fear I will be gone before I can get this money to them. Please, Signor.
There's the secret
I will
lockbox.
give you the secret to the lockbox in my room.
There we go.
Per favore. You must go to my room and get my earnings. Take this symbol. It will open my lockbox. When the seance is done, please, ensure my family gets the full amount. And let them know I am sorry that I left.
Of course.
Grazie. Now, go.
So no, we hadn't got into the box before. Straight along the middle, and it's the top. Nothing on the bottom, it seems. Let's double check that. Okay. We just need to make that symbol. So what's our best bet? No. Yeah, that's about right. So what did us do? Start at the top. Yeah. No, because I come back on myself there. No, it's not that then. Okay. Well, we at least know the symbol. Let's just mess around. Okay. So. No, that works. Payment. Loads of money. Alright. I can hardly imagine how the other guests are going to react. Would they go through the seance if they found out it would what it would do to Miss Mantovani? I pray the Lord shows us compassion. They don't own their complicity. At least Miss Mantovani has chosen to die on her own terms. It's a luxury too few of us are afforded. Right, well, she's definitely going to the seance. We'd already established that. Tick down? Even though, yeah, alright. That's got to be at least 3-4 more people, right? Alright, well. That's that bit sorted. And guess what? There wasn't any letters in that box. Okay. But it is another one ticked off the list. One that didn't have an exclamation point, which is more of an issue than you might think. So... an hour and 34 minutes.